I've been watching fights from since the days of Muhammad Ali, and no, I was not alive in the 60s, but at least I saw clips.
Oh, he's just throwing him. He's breathing. That's all. Oh, you finished, boy.
70s, 80s, Tyson, Lewis, Roy Jones Jr.,
Fitting bias. Whoa, what a left hook.
Mayweather,
Been stride for stride throughout their careers. Check that hook.
De La Hoya. I mean, too many names, too numerous to mention. Okay. In my entire life, I've never seen a fighter display the kind of things I've seen Max Holloway display in the octagon. And when I say the kind of things, I know he might not be as heralded as, one of the greatest like Ali is, or like Mayweather is, or like even within the context of the MMA community, Habib or John Jones, or, whoever else. But the kind of things I've seen this man display in the octagon,
What? No! But
I'm leaves me shook. Sometimes I'm just like, is this guy serious or is he joking right here? Like, what's really going on? Apart from Roy Jones Jr., who put his hand behind his back in a fight, in a serious boxing match, I don't think anybody has come close to doing what Max Holloway did in his fight against Brian Ortega. This was, mind blowing. How can you be in the middle of a fight and you're teaching the opponents how to block your punches? Do you understand? When they say what are the top 3 or top 5 most I am him moments in sports, or the top 3 or top 5 moments where you realize this person was him. This moment is the biggest out of all those moments. This particular moment when Max Holloway was teaching his opponent how to block. Do you know how in tune you have to be with fighting, or how much in tune you have to be with the art of war, or how much in control you have to be in a fight to be dictating to your opponent what to do? And that is something nobody has ever seen before. Muhammad Ali in the 60s, he used to weave punches and, just stylishly, he took George Foreman's best punches and let him know, listen,
You are in trouble. I said, you don't have but 2 chances, slim and none.
bro, you're not going to win today. No matter what you try, it's still round 7 and you're already tired.
Look at you. Round 7, and you're tired. You have 8 more rounds to go. And he's just throwing him. He's breathing. That's all. Oh, you finished, boy.
That is enough to break your opponent's spirit. But what Max Holloway did in this fight is to tell this guy that, listen, we might be in the octagon together, but you are not my mate. I'm not your mate. We are not, we are, in fact, you need to fire your coach, because I can coach you and teach you by beating you. I can be coaching you right here and be beating you and still be coaching. It still boggles my mind how nobody has touched on this topic as deep as, like, I know people have taken the moment and laughed about it, and is a viral moment and all that, but I'm talking about just the understanding of what was truly going on in that ring on that night. Do you know how in tune you have to be as a fighter to control the fight to a point where you're teaching your opponent in the middle of the fight? That's something I've never seen before. I've seen Roy Jones put his hand behind his back. I've seen Muhammad Ali, take George Foreman's best punches. I've seen Ali talk all the trash in the ring. I've seen so many things, but I've never seen a fighter teaching another fighter in the ring, in between trading blows, teaching another fighter how to block. You just have to give it up for Max Holloway. There's, what can you really say? There's nothing you can really say. Every other person that comes to fight in the UFC, they are so serious. Even if after the fight, if they win, they celebrate and they are so happy. But this guy seems to just be the only person that is truly having fun inside of the fight. Like, in the fight, it's almost as if you punch him and he's like, yeah, I like that punch. And it's just like, what? These are the kind of people you don't want to fight. If you're ever in a fight and you run into this guy, Just quit while you still can, because he's going to take you through a journey of no return. He will not knock you out. But what he's going to do to you in 5 rounds, you're going to wish you never had to live through it. Brutal, punitive, crazy, nasty, vicious, psychotic, exciting style of fighting. These are the kind of people you want to go to war with. These are the kind of people that when you see them beside you, in the cantonment or in the barracks, you're like, yeah, yeah, we are going to go to war. Like, yeah. These are the kind of people that make you want to fight. These are the kind of people that make you want to be a gladiator. These are the kind of people that make you want to, go after something and not relent until you get what you want. These are the kind of people that make you want to enjoy what you're doing, regardless of how difficult it might be. This man has taken these amount of punches and still nobody has ever dropped him. You know how sick somebody's chin has to be? I mean, we've seen fighters in the past, Triple G, great chin, always coming forward. Even when you hit him with your hardest punch, he has never been knocked down in the pros or in the amateurs. Crazy, crazy chin. Crazy. Crazy chin. I mean, these are the guys that when you call the chin of a, it's like, yo, Canelo crazy chin. I mean, but you see this guy right here with 4-ounce gloves, man, man, he's nasty. He's nasty, and you can tell he's enjoying it. Like in the middle of the fight, he's telling you, "Yeah, I like that. Let's go." I mean, he's taking punches to give punches. He's giving you points to score points. He's not just trying to weave and bob, which is the wise style of fighting anyway. Because the thing is hit and don't get hit, right? But his own style of fighting is, I want the smoke. Give me the smoke. You think your hands are strong? Okay, touch my chin. Okay, are they strong? Okay, let me touch your chin. I mean, it's almost like watching. It's almost like watching people shoot at themselves with rubber bullets, as if the bullets cannot kill you or something. As if a punch couldn't just knock this guy out. Another person that comes to mind is Rodtang right here. This one is a maniac. He comes forward all the time. You hit him with your best shot, and he's like, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I was like, what the? I mean, bro, I've seen sick fighters in my lifetime, bro. But just because of what Max Holloway did in this fight, in between throwing punches and taking punches, showing his opponent how to, for me, this takes the cake as the most what the moment in fight history. Again, he might not be as celebrated or as heralded as one of the greatest or one of the best. But one thing I can guarantee you is pound for pound, chin, just forget it. This guy right here, with the amount of punishment he willingly takes, bro, it is a miracle for him to still be standing on his feet after all the fights he has had. The longest winning streak in his division so far in the UFC. And there's really nothing you can say about Max Holloway other than the fact that this guy is just blessed, like his handle says. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again on another episode of The Boiling Ring.